Hey, this is another commentary video about another brave man sharing his experience. And I love these videos because, as I said before, number one, it takes a lot of guts to show yourself because a lot of people hide behind a YouTube thumbnail and they call everybody fat and ugly and shame other people. And two, you're going to, share your story with God knows how many people. Could be 5 views, could be 5 million, anywhere, but it still takes guts to do this. And this time, this is kind of similar to the Jake thing, except this guy's different. This is a guy talking about him being ugly. So I don't think he was doing the pickup artist stuff. Maybe he wasn't. Now, this video is pretty long. This is 23 minutes. If with my commentary, because you guys know I like to talk a lot, this could be a super long video. Maybe I'll do a live stream with the full thing one day. That'll be a good idea. But for right now, we're just going to do a basic, 10 to 15 minute video. And I know you guys are already going to say, I'm ugly. I can see the comments now. But you're ugly. You're fat. Yes, we all can see that. I am fat. I am ugly. And all yous on YouTube are gorgeous supermodels. So now that we got that out the way, let's get to this video.
So first of all, this is my microphone. It's quite broken and
we can hear you just fine. Get to the point.
I've been drinking a lot of this right now, so I'm sort of drunk and I'm feeling really down, like extremely down. And I will tell you why. It's 'cause my entire life I've been treated quite bad. I should also say, like, this is a warning. My English is not that good, and like, I feel
We can hear you just fine.
I feel really alone, and I felt like I was gonna search YouTube for people with the same issue as me, and that is being really unattractive. And I've been having lots of issues with that, because every video I come across is with a really attractive or normal person, and they have no idea how it really is. So first of all, right now I'm putting up quite of a show. So if you think that I look pretty good right now, it's because I'm doing my absolute best to show you that I look good. It's also the cam. So first of all, my teeth are fucked up and I'm pushing forward my jaw all the time.
So, once again, my teeth are fucked up as well. Some of you have pointed out in my videos. Once again, if you have money, you can get dental work. But this guy, so far, he admits he's unattractive. And the thing is, good-looking people are going to get treated better, by both sexes. Men are going to treat, obviously, beautiful women better than girls they're not attracted to, and vice versa. But society in general won't treat you good if you're considered not attractive. So this guy, once again, I mean, not only does he have guts, he at least has awareness,
I have extremely much loose skin. This is nothing I can do anything about. I've been checking this a lot. I have so much loose skin, it makes me look terrible.
I think he can make money off that. Don't they have like people who go to Ripley's, believe it or not, and at least he has thin skin though. I'm still fat, everybody.
I have a big forehead and my hair is making me look really good, but if you would take away the hair, like, I got pretty bad posture, I have a really big bulky nose, and my lower lip is a lot bigger than my higher lip. Like, my higher lip is normal, the rest is not. So I'm using my hair, I'm letting it grow out so it covers, and then I use a hat to hide my pan, my eyebrows.
All this guy needs to do is get rich. I mean, it's not easy. And he can date like foreign models, supermodels. I mean, as I said before, women don't care about looks as long as you're rich.
Everything is like, I do not look good. I've never in my entire life had anyone telling me I look good. If I look from this side, like this, push forward my jaw, maybe on cam I look a little bit better. But people in person, they see my nose, they see my lips, they see my tooth, they see everything, they see this, they see that I'm not looking that good.
As we said before, sometimes we're not all lucky enough to be blessed with good genetics. Some guys are lucky enough to be blessed with height. They're lucky enough to be blessed with good hair, and they're lucky enough to be blessed with a nice jawline. And listen, I wasn't blessed with a good jawline, as people mentioned in my videos. But other things, like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to compare myself to this guy, but, guys in the comment section are going to be like, yeah, man, just get your teeth fixed, get a haircut, just go to the gym. Of course, that's what everybody tells me. That's going to fix everything. Just go to the gym and just lift, bro. But, I mean, this guy is just, talking about, even if he fixes some of these things, he's still going to have a problem, and unfortunately, I wish he wouldn't, drink to wash away the sorrows, but I mean, fucking, I can understand his pain.
I get so much critic, and I'm gonna tell you the story of my life, how to say it, of how I've had it, and also I should tell you, I may look quite bad, but there are people that have it hundreds times worse. So I'm not comparing myself to the worst of the worst. I'm just here to tell my story because I know lots of people on YouTube, they are like looking on these, they're trying to find someone to relate to, and they can't because every person in the video is a girl, or it's a guy that looks decently all right. Like he doesn't have a big nose or big lips or anything. He doesn't. It's always something. So let me start off by telling you the story of how I started getting called ugly. So,
well, not to make fun of this guy, I mean, it's pretty basic, right? I mean, people just looked at him and said he was ugly. I mean, listen, I don't think I'm any better looking than this guy, and I'm not making fun of him. But isn't that usually how it starts? You go to school and people just make fun of you? I mean, kids are cruel.
I had a very big trouble having friends as younger. Everyone always avoided me, found ways to get rid of me, and I sorta didn't care back then. And I got some friends when I was maybe how old was I? I think I was like, I'm sorry if this takes time. It's hard to talk to me about. This isn't scripted or anything. This is actually real. I was around 13 when I got my first serious friends.
I thought I was cool when I was a kid because I had all these people coming over my house after school when I was like 7 or 8 until like I was 13. But you know what it was? My parents bought me all the cool video games. So then years later I realized I was always a loser. Kids just used me for my video games. So, I mean, there's nothing to feel bad about. What would you rather have? Would you rather have friends come over and use you for something like video games? Or would you not have not friends at all? You guys remember the movie Richie Rich, remember? He couldn't have any friends, though, but he had his own McDonald's, so he just bought his own friends.
I was 13, 12 to 13. And they were like 16 to 18 beautiful alpha males. And like they were the first ones to start calling me ugly. And that was quite a shady neighborhood, so it's like,
Wait, 13-year-old kids are considered alpha males? I don't think of any kid as an alpha male. I mean, there are some kids maybe in high school who, if they're playing sports and they're athletic, you can call them maybe alpha males. But 13-year-olds are alpha males? Jeez, these kids grow up so fast these days.
They were with me because my mom gave them cigarettes and stuff, so they were like my guardians, sorta. And they were the first people to call me ugly.
Oh.
And things went on, and I ended up in school. I remember first time I started, I was never like caring about girls. Girls were like meh, because I remember being young, they chased around the other guys at the schoolyard, and they were like pretending like the girls were trying to kiss the boys, and the guys were like, ew. And I remember how they all chased each other, and no one chased me, so I was just standing there being like, what the fuck? I guess there's something wrong with me. I was like the only one at that time that was like, oh, I sort of wish a girl would chase me. But that didn't happen. So yeah. Let's see. I should just cut to the chase. When I was 15, I started liking girls, like being interested in girls. And God, this is so difficult. This is so difficult making.
So once again, I appreciate this guy for being honest, and you can tell he's struggling. I mean, this is real shit right here. But I'm pretty sure some of you can relate to this guy. I mean, as I said before, I mean, you know, being an outsider in school, which some of us were, but on top of that, people treating you like you're a freak or something. And as he said before, I mean, the good news about him, though, is even though he doesn't have great genetics, at least, you know, there's some people, they're born, you know, handicapped, they're born like in a wheelchair, like a little person or something. They might have some sort of skin disorder. Even though he said he has loose skin, at least it's not like he doesn't look diseased or anything. So, but once again, I mean, you're going to get treated poorly at the same time as well.
Because I'm also drunk, and I don't really know if I want to make this. I'm trying to do this anyway. So, okay, wait. I need to get into the... Whew. Okay, so... When I was 15, I realized that I wanted to have love in my life. I was 15 years when I realized I wanted that. And
now, when you say love, you just mean you just want to bust a nut, right? I mean, there's a difference between love and being a horny young boy and just wanted to bust something, you know what I'm saying?
Like... The amount of people that rejected me is astonishing. It's unexplainable.
I mean, I got rejected by lots of women myself, but I've been told that I'm fat and ugly. I have a terrible personality, so hey, there's the answer.
Remember, I was 15. I went to school. I was socially inactive. I was a bit overweight. That's where all this comes from, because I was a little bit on the overweight side. So I was a bit heavier, not much heavier, but I was heavier. And let's see. I think the total sum from when I was 15 to 17 was well over 400-500 girls that I wrote with, that I tried to get into a relationship with. And that's not normal.
Now I wonder where he met them at. Was he doing the whole pickup artist thing like Jake? Or was he just messaged them online? I don't know. There's no offense to this guy. Jake kind of has like an outgoing type of personality, and plus he was a, you know, substance guy. But this guy, he seems like more of an introverted. As he said, he didn't really have social skills, so kind of wonder about that.
Normal girls. I've never gone for the normal attractive girls. I knew from the start, like, they are not for me. They set these standards that are so high. They want attractive guys that are smart and funny and everything. So,
unfortunately, now fat girls are doing this. And by the way, for those of you who say, can you please let the video play? Can you stop skipping every 15 minutes? Go fuck yourself. Some people like my commentary videos. This is my channel. I'll put the link in the description. Go watch it for yourself. Leave me alone.
I set up, like, I tried to write with girls, and I wrote with girls that were overweight, that didn't look so good. Some of them had a big nose like me, some had big lips, some had shorter hair. I even wrote with about, I think it was like three girls that were handicapped. No, this time I was between 15 to 17 years, so I was quite young. And every single one called me ugly.
Oh my god. Now this is what I'm talking about. You know, men have this reputation that, oh, men are they're so visual, and all women care about is personality. You know, and men can be so cruel. And guys all they're so choosy and stuff. I mean, this guy just said he was hitting on handicapped chicks. If a handicapped chick says you're ugly, I would drop kick that bitch off her crutches. I mean, who the fuck is she? I don't care if she's hot. I did see one or two attractive girls who like cheerleaders in a wheelchair or something, but that's ridiculous. I mean,
Single one. And some of them were straight up honest with it and said that you're not my type or you're ugly. That's like, if someone says you're not my type, that's the nicest way someone can say that you're ugly. So always heard you're not my type. So that's something I heard a lot. And after 2 years, I gave up. I simply gave up totally. And when I gave up, I started to care more about writing with people who had it difficult, who were sad, and like who didn't have it easy. And that's when I first met the first girl in my life that wanted to be with me. And I spent 7 years with that girl, and I regret it very much. Because that was a girl that treated me so badly and was just using me. She called me ugly.
damn.
She forced me to walk 5 to 10 meters behind her. She'd never hold my
Oh
hand. She
my-
never kissed me.
That is so fucked up. Why was she with this guy in the first place? She clearly didn't respect him. And that's embarrassing. Can you imagine if somebody said, hey, I don't want to be seen with you. Can you walk 10 feet behind me? What a cunt.
Never did anything to show appreciation of me. She just simply used me. And it was not a
Well, what did she use you for? What, I mean, were you just paying for everything? Or were you doing her math problems? Like, what?
good relationship. She never cared about me. She was always angry, aggressive. And for the first half year, she didn't really want to be in an actual relationship with me. She just wanted to be with me. We had sex and we had fun, I guess. Sort of.
All right, well, she gave you sex. I mean, some guys would say, hey, look, dude. I mean, if you're ugly and a girl's going to have sex, you treat you like shit, I guess, you got two choices. I mean, if he put up with that for 7 years, then maybe it was worth it to him. But he said it was horrible. So maybe at the beginning it was good. But still, that's fucked up. Can you imagine if a woman said it to you? Hey, you're really ugly. You can walk 10 feet behind me. Imagine if he did that to a woman. How terrible that would be. Actually, it would be kind of funny if he did that.
Except when we went outside when I was forced to go behind her. And then we went into a relationship and she did everything for... I think it was 3 or 4 years. She forgot my birthday. She was cheating on me.
Damn.
She was flirting with other guys online. I always did everything I could. When I gave her 20 minutes massages on her back every day.
Was she handicapped or was she fat? I guarantee you this guy treated her like shit. Like, hey, listen, you fat cunt. Stop flirting with guys or I'm going to smack the shit out of you. She would have respected him a lot more.
Even though I was sick, I am sick in my body as well. Like I'm not gonna take that up right now because it's not that major. But back then, it was when it sort of started. So I was not really feeling that well. I was weak. I was sad. But I gave it my all. I tried to be a good boyfriend. I gave her massage. I bought her presents when I had money. I spent my time with her. I altered my personality for her so she wouldn't feel that it was weird. I tried my best to be the perfect I could, and she always told me, you're not enough, or like, you're not good enough, or things like that. She always told me that. And this is how it was for about 3 years, or 4 years. Then I moved, and she didn't move with me. She was like, it's not worth it. If you move, it's over. So I moved, it was over. And then she started calling me and being like, you should take me back because...
Now, this is what women do. They don't like when you give them ultimatums, but they love giving you ultimatum. If you move, I'll break up with you. If you don't move in with me, I'll leave you. If you don't marry me, I'll I'll dump you. If you go away on vacation, I'll cheat on you. This is what these cunts do, man.
You are unlovable. I remember those words so clearly.
Oh my
You are
god.
unlovable. That's the worst thing I ever felt. And I was like, screw this. Nope. And I was alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere in the woods. It's a movie, I know, but I was literally living in a cabin. I have an actual video of it when I recorded like back then, because I have other YouTube channels. This is a new thing, but like those are for gaming and stuff like that. Anyway, I was living in a cabin for 4 to 5 months all alone. And she called me. It was after like a few weeks, the first month. She was like, "Take me back. You're unlovable. You should be with me." I was like, "Nope." And that's the first time I started writing again with new girls. It had been 3 years or almost 4. I had lost weight. I had started exercising more. I was a bit stronger. Things were a little bit easier, like living, and I was also developing my alcoholic problem. I mean, you can't say alcoholic because it's not that bad, but like I was drinking a lot. Anyway, I lived in that cabin and I started writing with new people in my area, which was really not many. I had to like take the closest town. It was an hour away, but like I managed to find a girl there. And by that time, I met her. We were just friends. It was chill. She was actually a terrible human being. She was like, she only cared about money, how people look. She wanted to have a guy that took care of her and all that. So
Oh, you just named a very typical American woman. I'm not sure what country this guy's from, but you just named pretty much a basic broad, as they would call it.
I didn't really feel anything for her. We were just friends. But in the end, she was 17 and I was 20. So it was like sort of, so like,
Yeah, in some states that's considered legal.
I remember I bought lots of alcohol to her, and she was like, "Keep some of this. We're gonna use this later." And so
All right, that a boy.
I kept some of it. And she then one time visited me in the woods. She spent her night with me, and we laughed, we drank, we had fun, and we had sex. And that's the first time I felt accepted in, like, I felt like I had hope in my life. I really felt like there is hope for me, like there's someone for everyone. I really felt like there are people that will look past your appearance, and that's sort of right. There are
See, bro, looks don't matter. See, this girl had sex with you, man. Looks don't matter. There's nothing wrong with you, bro. You just gotta lift, man. Let's go to the gym, bro. Looks don't matter.
people out there who will look past how you look and be with you even if you're unattractive, and it doesn't even matter to what degree of unattractive you are.
I mean, that chick must have been an alcoholic, not to make fun of him. I mean, she was disrespecting him up front and everything, and then, you know, he all he did was bring her booze and she fucked him. Man, what a whore.
Because there will be girls that will not really care. The problem is finding them, which is I would say that depends on the country. If you're in a country with extremely lots of tourism, extremely good economy, everyone are decently rich, like everyone are decently beautiful, all that, maybe it's time to look into future plans and move to another place where you can find more unattractive people, because that's sort of what.
So I guess he's recommending homeless women? Like, find like a decent looking homeless woman who needs shelter and just say, hey, I can let you stay here. Just let me throw you some dick. And there's a few guys doing that I know, by the way.
You want. Anyway, this girl and I was friends a few weeks, and or were well friends with benefits, and then we sort of broke contact and stuff. She was one of those people that were like, I get bored of people easily, so it was like, eh. So we didn't really stay friends. Anyway, after
At least this guy had a friends with benefits. I never had that. I would tell girls up front I wanted the friends with benefits, and even while I would meet girls that had friends with benefits, they would say no. So, hey, at least you had that. He's actually better off than some guys. There are probably a few guys out there that never had anything. So, even though he's been with some pigs and some girls who treated him bad, hey man, there's some guys out there to tell you, hey, you did better than me. I mean,
after that time, I sort of got really annoyed of being alone, and my ex wanted to come and visit me, the girl I was with for all those years that treated me so bad. And I was so weak, so I said okay.
no.
And I spent another it was about 3 years. I've spent 7 in total with her, so it was about 3 more years with her. And those years sort of improved quite a lot. They were a lot better than the first 3 years, so it wasn't that bad. But it didn't work out because I was so unhappy. I was extremely unhappy. It felt like we had nothing in common. She was always angry,
Well, what was better? You said you're unhappy being lonely, and you're unhappy being with this girl. What was worse? And go with that.
moping, complaining, and she didn't feel good, and I didn't feel good. We were just tearing each other down, and I couldn't forget all the things in the past. And like we had nothing in common except just being angry on each other. So we broke up, and that was about 5 months ago now. And I moved past everything quite easily. So 1 month ago, after we broke up, I started to try and date again. And the bombardment of you are ugly or not my type was so unreal. I can tell you a few things that I've been through. I've met people that are girls that are extremely overweight and don't look well as well, and they tell me, "You're not my type. You're way too ugly." Or they make up an excuse like, "Oh, you didn't text me the same day. I can't be free. I can't have you as a contact." And they do anything to get rid of you. And then there was this time when I had a date with a girl, and I had spent lots of money on making a perfect day together. Like I had set up everything perfectly, and I went on the subway over an hour, and I stood on the train station, and I looked for her for 2 hours before I was like, okay, she gave up. And then I went home, and then she wrote that when she saw me, I was so ugly, she didn't have the
Oh,
encouragement to talk to me.
now that is so fucked up right now. Now, by the way, I've been stood up twice before, and I think I told the story. But really quickly, first time, this girl, uh, this is back in the MySpace stage. She asked me to hang out with her friend, and I was just waiting for her. And she was fat, by the way. Like I wasn't even trying to fuck her. It was just like I was so desperate to hang out with somebody. And she said she saw me, and I looked weird. Like, what was I looking around for her like this? I was looking for somebody, waited for her for 5 minutes, and I knew something was up because back then I didn't have a cell phone. I called their number from a payphone, and her phone was off, so I just left. And then she told me like a year or two later she saw me. And by the way, she was like a fucking short. She was like 4'8", fat white girl, ugly. And then the second time, this black chick messaged me on Plenty of Fish, and I guess she had it prearranged to stood me up, and she asked me to hang out and stuff. And back then I had a prepaid cell phone. She kept saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there." And she kept calling me, and she drained all my minutes. And then finally, I just went home. And I think the whole thing was a joke. So I didn't wait for her that long. Wait, once again, I waited for her for like maybe 10, 15 minutes. But that is so fucked up, man. This chick made this guy wait for 2 hours. Like, I mean, she could at least hung out with him for like maybe half an hour to be nice and then say, "Look, let's cut the date short." Like the one, like the Korean chick I tell you that on my first date horror story video, she said her dog ran away and she got out of there. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, at least she did that. She could have stood me up, but it's, these girls, man, like, this is mental abuse. What I try to tell guys to protect yourself from women, they go, "How girls can't beat me up?" It's like, yeah, but they can do a lot of damage inside your mentality. They're mentally abusive. These cunts, man.
And now I made an algorithm for a site that's like Tinder, but it's called Bado. It's like Tinder pretty much, where I automatically love every person, no matter who. It's like a special algorithm for a program that I made. so that I click a button and it likes 600 people every day, which is the limit. And I've done that for over 10 days, so I know easily it's over 6,000 people that I have liked on that side, like and wants to write with. No one, not a single one has responded. Not a single one, even though I put on the best photos I can find. Not a single soul wants to reply or.
God, 6,000 women. That is so fucking terrible, man. But this guy sounds smart, though. He's a programmer. He knows how to program. I mean, get rich and take a lot of the advice the men give you in my comment section and go to Brazil and all these other countries and get prostitutes and, get a foreign chick. Fuck it.
Right, or give a person like me a chance. So where am I standing in this all right now? Extremely depressed, extremely sad, feeling like giving up. I have sort of given up a lot on many things, and all these events through the years have made that I haven't been able to live a normal life, because my friends were commenting on me not looking good. My family's been commenting on it. Everyone's always pointing it out, and I get so frustrated, sad when people look away. They are like, "No, we don't want a guy like you as our friend." Like, eh. And I'm currently in a situation where I'm waiting for plastic surgery because that's the only way. And I'm telling you this right now. If you're unattractive.
Now, I don't think you should get plastic surgery, but as I said before, lower your standards will fix the problem. If women treat you like shit, a good amount of them, then there's things you could change. Like if you get rich or you get famous, that'll obviously change. There are guys like Tupac Shakur that'll tell you that. But man, get a plastic surgery, that's not going to fix the problem. I mean, he might look a little bit better. He might go up like maybe a 0.5. But I'm not trying to, shame this guy for trying. But, I mean, but if he feels like in his heart that's what he has to do, then you got to do what you got to do.
The only way for you to get a normal life is to work, earn up money, or go to the hospital, get psychiatric help. And if it's severe enough, they will give you free surgery or whatever. Get the surgery so you look better. You don't have to be a model. Just get the flaws out. Get the big issues. Because especially if you're a guy, this is also a guy problem. Because if you are a girl.
Well, he just said in the beginning of the video, his nose is the problem. So does that mean he's going to get his nose fixed? And he also said his forehead is too big. So he's going to get his nose fixed. I guess he's going to get his forehead flattened with a hammer. He's going to get his skin fixed. And then I guess he's going to fix his hair and fix his teeth. And yeah, he'll look better. But I don't know if that's going to fix the problem when we live in such a superficial, materialistic society where these fat girls and handicapped girls want supermodels.
Girl, it doesn't really matter how you look. Because there's so many guys like me, or in a similar situation, there's so many of us. Unexplainable amount. I've written and talked with so many guys in the same situation as me, where they have either a few flaws or many in their face. They don't look that terrible, but like it's severe enough that this issue comes up. So if you're a girl, you can find these guys. There's no problem, and you don't even have to look good. I've written with so many handicapped girls.
Yeah, because girls have a vagina. That's why. So guys are so desperate to fucking find a place to put their dicks. They're willing to talk to some fat girl, some handicapped girl. That's the problem, man.
Girls who have even bigger flaws in their appearance than me and everything, they have no problem at all. Any girl can find any guy anytime they want. No issues whatsoever. This is a guy problem because there is less supply of guys than girls. Because girls are the one that choose the guys, not the other way around, unless you're really attractive. Now I mean in general. So this is a guy problem, and if you're a guy, if you don't look good, get surgery. Only way.
I disagree with this guy. I think he should take all the money that he's going to pay on this stupid skin surgery and get that penile surgery. There's this penis surgery penile surgery guys get, and it's something like it stretches your penis out, and then he should just go on the internet. He should use fake pictures, show off his big dick, and then when the girl meets him, he goes, "You're ugly." He goes, "Wait," and he just pulls out his big cock and he fucks him. I mean, I think you should do that. That's probably more of benefit than the skin surgery he's going to get.
Get surgery. If you have the possibility, lose some weight or get muscles. That's about it. It's the only thing. And I don't say that to be rude. I just say that's my conclusion because this is something I've been suffering with for...
But see, this guy did lose weight, and he still didn't get his results. He just said he lost weight. He was really big, and he lost weight, and he got rejected by 6,000 women. So yes, losing weight does help. It makes you feel better, but the guy still got rejected a lot. You know, and he doesn't have muscles himself. But even if he did have muscles, like he was jacked, who knows? But as I said, I don't think that's going to fix the issue. If girls just don't like you, they don't like you.
About 11 years, I think. If not more. 11 years I've been suffering with this. I've never in my entire life gotten a single compliment that's been real. Everyone has always just used me. I've heard so many times you're funny, you're doing this and that, that's nice. Like, personality is one thing. When it comes to love, at least for me, in the place I live, only matters how you look. So get surgery if you can. I'm repeating myself because I'm running out of things to say. And this is probably the only video I can ever do right now. If by any chance you guys will like this, whoever watches it, if even anyone watches it, I don't know. Hope it goes better for you. I hope you can sort of relate to me and that you're in a similar situation. And I'm gonna take another drink.
Cheers. Salud.
So, because that's the only thing. And also, no, I'm not overweight to such a extent. I'm pretty thin, so like, don't get the feeling like, oh, you just need to lose some weight. No, I don't. Trust me. I definitely don't really need to lose weight.
I'll tell you what the guys tell me in my comment section. Just lift, bro. Just lift. Just go to the gym 6-7 days a week and just lift, bro. That'll change all your problems.
Anyway, that's all I had to say. Yep. Bye.
Well, listen, I appreciate this guy for sharing his story. Once again, it was very brave. And by the way, I saw some of the girls on the comment section going, "Oh yeah, I can totally relate to you. You know, I have had guys treat me bad and stuff." It's like, first of all, you have a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Even if guys just want to put it inside of you and pump and dump you, you know, you have a vagina. At least guys want to hang out with you. At least guys want to go on a date with you. It's totally different as a guy. I mean, if you don't have your shit together and girls don't like you, whatever reason, you're not going to have dates. Girls don't even want to hang out with you not even as friends, okay? But once again, I said at the beginning of the video, I wasn't going to do the whole thing, but you guys know I can yap. So I got through the whole thing. I was going to do it. Probably would have been better to do this live, but hey, what are you going to do? But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and for those of you who say that I pause the video too much, it's driving you crazy, I decided to do it a little bit more, just to make you crazy. Once again, this is my channel. Go make your own. But I'm out of here. Jak'd 2.0.